Yeah. Glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, info comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Heard their self-esteem low, insecurity. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn a page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double.
Let's go. Getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shade the extras, that's business. Starter fees, street blues, what I talk. Royal blood flowing. Under pressure, west side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shade the extras, that's business. Starter fees, street blues, what I talk. Royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here come the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot, no vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck, yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
What? It's your brother, Virgil, aka Stacks with the Facts. And y'all know we tapped in, tuned in to another episode. All right. A Real Talk Podcast live situation. You did. What's going on, everybody, on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon? You know what I'm talking about? It's a beautiful thing, man. All praises be to the Most High. Breathe the breath of life into all of us earlier today. We've been awake ever since. And it's a beautiful thing, man. You understand what I'm saying? All praises be to the Most High. How y'all doing, man? You know what I'm saying? We all woke up earlier today, been awake ever since. We already got the victory. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Everything else is a plus. I'm going to get off camera real quick because y'all know I'm about to roll up. What's good with y'all? How y'all doing today, man? I got today off today. You know, I came from running some errands. I went out. I had to go to an appointment to get my ears flushed. You know what I'm talking about? So I had to go take care of that. You understand me? You got to make sure your ears is right. You got to make sure you ain't got all type of wax built up in your ears and all that stuff. If you know, you want to go get that taken care of. And I went and took care of that today. That's where I came from. And on the way back from there, I stopped at my homeboy Scott's restaurant. Got me some lunch, brunch. Went to my homeboy's restaurant, brunch. Y'all look on my shorts. Y'all see it, man. I went up there and got me some fried shrimp and grits. What y'all know about the fried grits? The deep fried grits with the shrimp and the andouille. It was beautiful, man. Truly beautiful. The former pretty boy wasn't happening, man. You know, I'll get up at 4:30 every single day, y'all. I don't care if it's the weekend. I don't care if it's a day off where I don't have to go to work. I'm up at 4:30 every single day, no matter what. I don't know, y'all, man. It's the second time in a row that StreamYard has done this, man. So I don't know if this is going to be a recurring thing throughout the duration of this show. You know what I'm saying? I hope not. But yeah, man. But my man Daniel Valencia, what's happening, man? He said I sent you some shit, Virgil. What you talking about to my email? With your Brethren 82? I'll check it out here in a second before Pretty Boy when I'm done with the show. I'll check it out here in a second, man. Right? My brother Daniel Valencia, what's happening, man? Hold on, the former Pretty Boy ain't no damn hold on, I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping. My fault, Devon Pretty Boy. Man, I thought I had my brother Devon Pretty Boy as a mob. My bad, homie. I didn't realize you wasn't a mob, bro. I just modded you up, boy. Yeah. My bad, Devon Pretty Boy, man. I should have been had my brother Devon Pretty Boy modded up. Oh, it's raining out your way. It's kind of chilly over here on my way, man. It's 31 degrees out here in Columbus. It feels like it's 21 with the wind chill. But we're going to make it work. I was like, when it be cold like this outside, if I don't have anything important to do, I'm in the house, man. Wintertime month. in my city, if I don't have something that I have to go take care of, something that got to do with my family, like my daughter or my mother or my sister, or my nieces or nephews need me, something important like that, one of the homies, I'm in the house, Jack. Matter of fact, after this show, I'm gonna have to go get my daughter because I gotta go pick my daughter up from school today. But that's not till like 2:30, and I don't even think I doubt if I go past 1:30. You feel me? Yeah, it's chilly out this way, Midwest. Yeah, it's chilly out this way, brother. It says 33 degrees, but it feel like it's 23 degrees with that wind chill. Is 0 below up your way? Yeah, you in there in Northern Cali, man. I know it get cold up that way, man. My brother DeFore Pretty Boy up in that Northern Cali. Right? What's good with everybody though, man? How y'all doing today, man? I hope everybody's good. I hope everybody's blessed. But I wanted to have this conversation because, you know, every now and then you got to pop out and show niggas, man. Sometimes you got to sit up there and toot your own horn, man. I had made a post on Facebook, right? I seen a post on Facebook in Minister Jack's group. You know, of course, I'm a member of my brother Jack because I support my brother Jack. And Jack made a post saying that he was the first person to call out this shit with Anton and FLEECE. And I said, whoa, hold on, Jack. Right? No, you're not the first one, bro. Right? Definitely not the first one. And some nigga gonna sit up there and comment and say, you write in all caps, bro. I write in all caps. The only reason why I stopped writing all caps on my brother Red show because he asked me not to, and if you asked me not to, I wouldn't do it on yours either. But I type like how I talk. If you knew me in real life, you would know that. It's not about attention or none of that because I'm the attention. I'm fly as hell. Right? I command attention without even thinking about it. Right? Right? You know what I'm saying? And I just every now and then, yeah, my brother Red called it out too, but you know what I'm saying? When we talking about, you know, who did it first, I said, hold on though. I remember when I did my video, none of you niggas talking about none of it, about the calling Antoine out for that. It's not about none of that or nothing though. You know, I'm not saying nobody's not a thoroughbred, not a real one just because they didn't do it first. But when I think about who did it first, if we're gonna be honest, it was me. And I'm willing to put some money on that, right? And the reason why this is important, at least to me, I don't give a damn if don't nobody else nigga. Yeah, the nigga on Jack's site gonna say you only had, and it was, for one, that was like 2, damn near 3 years ago when I first started going live a lot on YouTube. I probably had less than 200-300 subs at that time. Maybe a lot less. Yeah, they don't be understanding that, man. I like, if you knew me in real life, I'm a loud, outspoken nigga, but I'm also a dude who, when I'm in the certain areas, I be standing back and observing though too, right? I'm one of the rare people who's an extrovert and introvert, for real, right? Like I don't mind being by myself. I can be by myself and be elusive though, but I also can absolutely be the life of the party and be the number one in the room, and I don't without having to try to be. I can also try to be and still be too, though. But I don't really do that too much. I'm a grown man. That's pretty much when I was a young mustache. Right? My man Uncle Diggy in the building. What's happening? Right. Yeah, but I spoke on this when I first seen this interview, right? And at the time, nobody, especially any of the major content creators, was calling this out. And I just was, when I seen this, and this wasn't even about Anton at the time, because I didn't even know who Anton was at the time. I found out who he was when I seen this interview. Right? You already know, you know how I do, Uncle Diggity, man. My brother Uncle Diggity, man. I'm gonna open up the panel too, and I want some of y'all brothers to come up too, right? If y'all want to, y'all have to, right? Nigga on Jap's page gonna say, do you talking about a video of all caps that only got 84 views? Yes, nigga, yes. Yes. And clearly, see, it's all about business, man, on one end, but then on the extreme end, right, it's about respect too and manhood too. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. Just real quick. All right, hello. My bad, y'all. I apologize about that, right? And in the days that we living in now of clout and all of that stuff, you know, of course, a goofy cornball dude more than likely would say something like that. And as y'all know, who tap in with me, y'all know that numbers, subscriber count, views, shares, likes, comments, none of that is a gauge of the quality of content that it is attached to. All right. We all know that. So, I mean, when people say stuff like that, I don't care. Right. But I also think it is important, you know what I'm saying, to, you know what I mean, although, you know, I'm not the only person who's spoken on this, you know what I'm saying, and me more than likely probably being the very first one to speak on this from this perspective anyway, doesn't mean that I'm special. It doesn't mean that I'm better than anybody. It just means that I talked about it first. That's merely it. It don't mean that I'm more ganged up on speaking about it because I said something about it first before anybody else who has it. Don't mean none of that. It just simply means I was the first one to do it. What does that mean? It means just that. I was the first one. It doesn't mean that nobody else didn't peep it or see it, right? It just means that I was the first one to do it. And that's it, and that's all. So it ain't even nothing to really feel nothing about. But when I say, people say they're the first ones to do it, and I know they wasn't, right? Because I remember when I first made this video about 3 years ago, no one said nothing about this outside of my video, and it's for a minute too. So. Anyway, controversy sells, man. And I'm a salesman. I'm a businessman. Right. And let me tell y'all something about when it comes to subs and all that stuff. That clearly doesn't mean nothing when it comes to monetization and getting some bread. Right. Because let me tell y'all something, man. This is why I love the people who are subscribed, because I know the people who subscribe to me really rock with me. You know what I'm saying? I make a decent man. I'll be shocked sometimes when I look at my damn thing and see how much money I'll be making on them. I'll be like, just imagine if I really went full throttle, 100% hardcore, nothing but this and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I got other things going on to where I can't just focus strictly on doing this and nothing else. Right? If I was, man, listen. It's kind of like a hobby for me that I can make some residual income off of. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like crazy. I ain't gonna say and brag like it's just bad, like it's bands, but it's definitely taking care of rent. I gotta say that. I ain't gotta worry about paying my rent. I ain't have to pay rent out of my own pocket in about a year. So that's something, right? You know? All right. People don't realize how YouTube are there. Yeah, they really don't, deform pretty boy. My man, yeah, they don't, deform pretty boy. Devil said, red is right. Don't have to take off physically on FLEECE, but should have checked him immediately. Hey, I don't even play like that. Yeah, it's the reason why he didn't check him immediately, though. Before Pretty Boy said, if you put money in YouTube piggy bank, they will push your content. People need to stop lying. More money you put, more they put. That's a fact. And I don't put no money outside of what I do, man. Compared to what the four Pretty Boy said, I don't put no money in. You know what I'm saying? I had to pay my rent in almost damn near a year and a half now. You know what I'm saying? So don't let nobody tell you about the numbers on YouTube, man. That stuff works different for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? I know people who got 100,000 subs and can't, and they ain't getting, they ain't paid, they rent ain't getting paid. They ain't able to pay their rent off of this shit. You feel me? Monique Robinson, what's up with you, loved one? Right? Tap in. And I'm not even talking about just from advertising and AdSense and all of that. I'm talking about from networking with people who are subscribed to me. I'm talking about offline. I'm talking about doing business and interacting with people offline. It ain't got nothing to do with YouTube. It ain't got nothing to do with the AdSense or nothing. Right? So dig that. You feel me? But yeah, though, man, if I'm gonna pop my ish. I recall when I first spoke on this, because I was shocked because wasn't nobody saying nothing about it. None of the big content creators at the time was saying anything about it. Nobody. And I just was a shock. I said, "Damn, ain't nobody gonna call this nigga out on this shit." Like, man, cause see, I'm a real one from the turf for real. And this is not saying nothing against anybody else. I'm not saying that nobody is not from the turf from where they're from or none of that, because I don't know any of you dudes personally. You know, so I got a relationship with my brother Red. We chop it up offline, but we ain't linked up in person yet. But that's still my brother. You know, so we chop it up, you know, offline and stuff like that. We got things coming. We interacting and we work with each other. I've been on his platform, he's been on mine. It's a mutual thing. That's the brother. Same thing with my brother, Mr. O. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And lots of y'all who subscribe to me, the Form Pretty Boy, Uncle Diggity, you know what I'm saying, XL Pro, everybody else, all of y'all, you feel me? But at the same time, I'm a real one from the turf up out of that north side of Columbus, Ohio, Jack. You know what I'm talking about? And when y'all tap in with me, understand y'all tapping in with the real. You did. Raw and uncut, Jack. Smoking weed on camera, all that shit, Mike. You did. Trying to cut down on the language, man. But yeah, y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen, man. Sit up there and go to my other YouTube page. You understand me? And you know what I'm talking about? Go to that link that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, man. Copy and paste that joint. You understand me? Copy and paste that joint. No, they say knock it off. Copy and paste that joint to your browser, man, and go subscribe to that, man. I'm about to start doing some more content on that other one. I've been keeping it off of the cut for a reason, man. But I want to start funneling some traffic over there. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all go over there, subscribe to that page. Don't worry about, you know what I'm saying, not too much content being over there right now. I'm keeping that in the cut for a reason. Because we about to start doing some whole new other stuff. And this A-Real Talk. Y'all know this is A-Real Talk TV. So I want y'all to go over there and tap in over there and just subscribe, Red. Yeah, I got my Patreon, but like I said, man, I ain't been focused on my content creating 100% like how I probably should, because I got other things going on. But this year, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, be making some changes in my life to where I'm gonna be able to focus more on my content creating. So y'all gonna see some changes in 2026 with the A-Real Talk. I'm just over here really just kicking the ish when I ain't got nothing to do when I'm at the crib. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm about to kick it up to another notch here coming up in the ensuing months. We got a wine tasting coming up February 7th, right? And we got another one coming up February 13th, the day before the day before Valentine's Day. So, you know, so I've been busy with the wine tastings. You know what I'm saying, y'all? You know what I mean? I got my own thing going. I got the wine going on. We got the wine tasting events that we be doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's that season. You know what I'm saying? So your boy be busy, like I said, like I'm a nigga. I move in real life on the streets for real. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not just a nigga on YouTube. But I understand I need to put more focus into this and more professional. And like my brother, the Form Pretty Boy said, start putting more money into it. Right? You need. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? So yeah. But yeah, man, When I first made this video, this is when I first started really going live a lot on YouTube, y'all. This is like, I don't even think I was at 200, 300. So I don't even think I was at 500 subs yet, man. To be honest with y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I don't even think I was at 500 at this time. You feel me? Hold on, let me check real quick because it might say something different now. Yeah, it's probably gonna say what it currently is now, right? But you know what I'm saying? Let me check real quick. Right. Let me go check real quick if it's gonna say what it was at the time. No, that ain't gonna say nothing. Yeah, it ain't gonna say what the subs was at the time. You feel me? But yeah, though, man, I did this show. A lot of people that tap in with me right now to this day was there. I'm pretty sure the Foreign Pretty Boy tapped in. I'm pretty sure my brother Uncle Diggity was there. I'm pretty sure my homie OG was there. I'm pretty sure, goddamn it, Project Leroy probably was there. You feel me? Yeah, he really sat that close to him, man. Yeah, go ahead, do that, the Foreign Pretty Boy. What you talking about, Daniel Valencia? My boy Project Leroy, you remember when I did this show about 3 years ago? Damn, time be going by fast as hell. This was like 3 years ago, right? Project Leroy, it's like 3 years ago. I was literally the only person at the time that was talking about this stuff. Cause I was shocked at the time, like, why ain't none of you other niggas talking about this, man? Like y'all didn't see this? Right? And yeah, we was chopping it up for a nice little minute about this, man. It only got 84 views at the time, because you know, man, I'm heavily ghost banned and shadow banned. And this is like when I first came to YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? And a guy like me, man, I'm gonna tell y'all about that. A guy like me, I'm not gonna get, because I don't fit into no categories and nothing like that. Only a certain amount of people gonna tap in with me, and that's cool, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't need a lot of people sub to you as long as you're monetized to make it a lucrative situation for you. That's something that I discovered, man. But, and like the Foreign Pretty Boy said, you gotta invest money into this. If you think, unless you're just gonna be on here talking about some old wild crazy stuff, just antics, doing crazy stuff, just beyond getting banned and stuff, doing what I do, that's the top. I make the type of content that'll get you banned and get you kicked off even before you get a chance to even reach any type of real success numbers. You know what I'm saying? They don't want y'all hearing about the smart grid and UN Agenda 2030. They don't want y'all hearing about that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? A person just like y'all being able to decipher and break this thing down and connect dots and put y'all up on game so y'all can do the same. They do not want dudes like that on here talking to y'all for real. Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. And this is crazy because, like, when I remember when I first did this, man, it was real shocking to me because I'm like, damn, ain't none of these dudes is saying nothing about this, man. I had this video out for like at least a couple of months, man, before I start seeing anybody talking about it, right? And you know, I mean, I could, of course, toot my little horn and say I was the first nigga who made a video blazing Anton about this, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, the reason why I just was more or less shocked that I didn't see anybody else talking about it at the time. And at this time, when I did this video, nobody was talking about, nobody was holding Anton accountable for this or even saying something to him about this, right? And this is why I always say, as soon as I seen it, and up until I seen this interview with him and Fleece, I barely knew who this dude was. I knew who he was from seeing him with Kevin Samuels. I never paid attention to any of this dude content or watched any of his content, right? Well, my man Project Leroy said, Virgil, people thought Anton and Fleece interview was for entertainment, but missed some key lessons of manhood from that interview That's how you know many of the artists don't know how prisons work. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And that's why when I did this video, bro, it's like 3 years ago, I want to say, bro. I want to say it was like 2023 when I did this video, man. Like early 2023, man. Whenever Anton first did this interview with FLEECE, I made a video probably like the next day, maybe a day or two after. And it was like a whole few weeks, like a month or so. Some time went by. And I probably made the video. I made my video probably like maybe a week or so after the interview. And within that week, I didn't see anybody saying anything about it. And that's why I made the video I made. I said, damn, niggas ain't gonna say nothing about this shit. y'all niggas ain't see that interview with this nigga FLEECE. I said, man, it's crazy, right? But yeah, though, man, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's a fact, man. But yeah, though, man, listen, it don't matter who said it first. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it mattered to me, and I'm just popping my shit, man. It ain't nothing about nobody being better or worse. I'm just talking shit right now, y'all. Don't get in your feelings. But I mean, if we're gonna be real about the situation, this is facts. You know, and if y'all want to time stamp my video, mine came out before anybody's. I remember when it happened. I was the first. I was like, man, nobody's saying nothing about this. Jap ain't say nothing about it. Even at the time, my nigga Red ain't say nothing about it. I think Sinful was still alive at the time. He ain't say nothing about it. Nobody. I was like, damn. Yeah. Let me know who's so I can know what fruitcake for air I live in. Here, pushing that because I'm and a divorce boy said he on it. But yeah, though, man, this interview is crazy for lots of reasons, man. And like I said, when I seen this, I seen Anton on Kevin's platform before Kevin passed, and that's all I said. I never really looked into his content after that. You know what I'm talking about? And when I seen this interview, I said, damn, that's old boy who, you know, who did the show with Kev a little minute a while back when Kev was alive. Let me check this out. And when I watched it, I'm like, man, hold up, man. Like, who is this dude? And then when I seen it, after I seen the FLEECE interview, that's when I went back and go check out his content. And I was like, oh, man, this nigga, fuck nigga, man. And it's crazy because, like I say, man, you know what I mean? Just because somebody is from a certain city don't mean they from a certain city. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anton might be from Detroit, but he ain't from Detroit. He ain't from 7 Mile, 6 Mile. He ain't from nowhere like that, man. He ain't from the west side or the east side. He ain't from no, man. No, man. He ain't from nowhere. He ain't from the D. Pause. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember when I did this interview, man? This is like 3 years ago, man. What should I say? When I did a video to this, it's like 3 years ago, man. Right? And like I said at the time, I remember because I was like, damn, ain't nobody gonna blaze this nigga about this shit. Like, y'all niggas ain't gonna. So, and this is, let me just say this, man. And this is the main thing when it comes, and it's not even about Anton specifically, for real, because anybody who's any type of thorough man, anything, know that dude Anton is a sucker, flat out, you know? And that's okay, because everybody can't be thorough, man. It's going to be some suckers, man. You know, we're going to always have sucker-ass niggas amongst us, man. You know what I mean? We can all tell what type of little corny-ass, lame-ass Anton was. It don't matter if he's from Detroit. I know corny ass, goofy dudes just like Anton, right where I'm from. Y'all know dudes like Anton too, old corny, goofy ass dudes from the city, but not like from the city, you know what I'm saying? Like from Columbus, but you know, really like from Reynoldsburg for real, with the Reynoldsburg High School. You know, not was really growing up in the turf or none of that. Very privileged life, very comfortable life. Didn't have to, you know, ain't from where most of us from. Don't know nothing about Section 8 or food stamps or, you know, none of that. You understand what I'm saying? That don't mean he ain't black. That doesn't take away from his blackness. He just ain't from the city. He ain't from the turf. See, I'm from fucking Columbus, Ohio, man. I don't just live in Columbus, Ohio. I'm really from, I'm not just from here. I'm from here. Like some of y'all's from where y'all from, right? And when you from where you from and you interact with somebody who is from where they're from, you can tell that. And if you a person that's from where you from, you can tell that this dude Anton ain't a Detroit nigga. I know lots of fly ass, money getting ass, thorough ass, never been to streets, never been in the jail ass Detroit niggas, and Anton ain't one of them. He said not Reynoldsburg. You know about the city a little bit, Project Leroy, man. Yo, Reynoldsburg. And this ain't no shot at my brother Bow Wow, man. Bow Wow from Reynoldsburg, right? But his peoples grew up on the it's from the turf though. You know what I'm talking about? And I rocks with Shad, man. If Shad was to come to the city, he can come on the show and everything, man. I'm not one of these dudes from Columbus that's a Bow Wow hater, man. I fuck with Shad, man. I think he a legendary MC he put on for the city. And my city is a hating ass city, like how most of y'all's is. And niggas rather than rock with Bow Wow and try to rock with him, niggas always want to try to go against the nigga. That's why he don't fuck with the city. And I don't blame him. I won't fuck with you niggas either. Right? Yeah, I live out east, man. You know what I'm talking about? But the whole thing of this interview, y'all, right? The thing that really got my attention and disturbed me was the way this dude Anton let FLEECE sex play him like that, y'all. And but when I looked at his content after seeing this interview he had with FLEECE, I said, man, this dude is a real live charlatan, man. And it's up to a real one like me to expose that, man, and sit up there and let y'all know. If y'all didn't know that, man, if y'all support Anton, y'all supporting the fuck nigga, man. Right? If before I looked at his content, I'd have thought, oh, he's just a goofy ass, probably low-key fun boy ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody who would sit up there and have that type of conversation with FLEECE Johnson, right, and allow it to go down like that, I would have to question your manhood as far as if you're a homosexual or not. Right? And if you're a homosexual, let it be clear. You ain't no man. If you are a male that likes to take the sex organ of other males in your rectum or your mouth, you are not a man. You're a male, but you are not a man. No, sir, you are not. Flat out. I don't care what anybody else say about it. So when I seen that, and I'm looking like, damn, this guy got a little bit of a following, I'm like, man, this is dangerous, y'all. And this was the point of me doing my video when I did it the first time when we was chopping it up. Project Leroy was there. Uncle Diggity was there. I'm pretty sure the Form Pretty Boy was there. My brother OG was there. OG probably at work or something right now. That's why I say I rock with the people who tap in with me, because I know people who sub to me, that these people who really rock with me, man. A lot of people who I interact with offline. A lot of people I do business with. You hear me? Project Leroy funny for saying that. Right, right. Yeah, you know how we do it out here in the OH10, Monique, man. We fly, man. You know what I'm saying? From Columbus to Cleveland to Cincinnati to Dayton, Youngstown, Akron, even Toledo, goddamn, even some of my brothers up in that corny ass Lima Bean. You know what I'm talking about? To you know, so I said the acronym, to Zanesville. You understand me? Newark, Middletown. You understand me? You did, right? And I'm just saying this is dangerous though, because people like Anton have influence. Am I jealous that Anton have influence? You got to be, man, knock it off, man. This is why we're saying about you internet people nowadays, man. And when real ones like myself to the internet, we get talked about like we the ones that hate this stuff. I don't care about none of that. It's like, I don't care nothing about none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, man. Yeah, man. When we first discussed this topic right here, man, I was more or less concerned about the influence that Anton has and him versus doing a very different interview he could have done with FLEECE. You know, he could have done a very, I'm not saying there's anything with wrong. I'm not, listen here, y'all. Let's be clear. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with interviewing FLEECE Johnson. That's not what I'm saying. It's okay to interview FLEECE. It's about the content, right? The context of the content in which you are creating, interviewing a guy like FLEECE Johnson. See, if I would have interviewed FLEECE Johnson, that conversation would have went nowhere in that direction. We would have had a pre-conversation on what we was going to discuss, how we was going about discussing it, and what we was absolutely not going to be discussing whatsoever on this platform. Right? This lets you know how much of a fuck nigga Anton actually is, because I'm not naive. Like I said, I don't assume that these dudes are stupid until they actually show me that they are. Right? And I gotta say, Anton hasn't shown me that he's stupid. He showed me that he a sucker. He's soft as hell, and he a lame ass, hoe ass nigga. But he ain't shown me that he a stupid ass nigga though. Because I ain't gonna agree with you if you say he's stupid, because Anton's far from stupid. Right? He just ain't thorough. And you ain't got to be smart to be thorough. You can be a smart, unthorough ass nigga. You did. Yeah, man. And it just, when I first seen this, I was like, nah, man, we can't. Cause and then you gotta understand, y'all, I've been to prison, right? So I know from both sides. I've been around FLEECE Johnson ass ninjas. I know exactly how they operate, and I know how their minds work too, man. Right? So I'm just saying, and I said all that to say that this interview, Anton allowing FLEECE to do this, even if Anton and FLEECE had a conversation, right? And Anton said, hey, I want you to say this and say this, which makes it even more fun, boy, right? It makes it even more rainbow, right? If that was the conversation, that's how we know for a fact, because it could only have went one of two ways. Either they had the conversation, right, beforehand, and Anton was like, listen, I want you to ask me this, and I want you to say this, and be like this, which is very feminine, because ain't no man ever going to play like that, even for some bread. A man's manhood, sexually, when it comes to that between other men, we ain't going for that for no amount of bread. Put a number 11 in the chat if you a grown-ass man standing on manhood principles, raised and bred in masculinity, if you ever is going to allow any man to sex play you in any circumstances, under any circumstances, for any reason whatsoever. You put a number 11 in the chat if you is not going to do that. Put a number 12 if you sit up there and put your manhood up for sale. Put 11 if your manhood ain't for sale. Put a number 12 if it is. Right? Ain't no man who's a man standing on manhood and masculinity. It's not a price you could put on it, man. And Anton showed me in this video that he ain't no man, but he carry himself like he is a man, like he's a model man, and he ain't. And I find that problematic because he has a following, which means people are actually listening to him. Do I have a problem with people listening to him? No, not all the way. But then two things can be true. I do, but I don't. I do because I really don't give a damn what he's talking about, but I do because that reflects upon the mind frame of a lot of us. That means a lot of us think like Anton. That means a lot of us would allow this to happen. A lot of us who claim to be men and ain't nothing like it. Because as being a man, 100%, 1,000 man who's been in certain situations, especially in prison, one thing men don't ever do is allow another man to sex play him. That goes against the rules, man, of all manhood. That goes far beyond race, religion, any of that stuff. We talking about straight manhood shit, man. Black ass RAC. What's up with you, homie? I don't recall ever seeing your name in my comment section, but you're welcome. Thank you. He said, I bet Anton has French tips on his toenails. Oh man, it's cool to crack jokes, man. Just keep it respectful, y'all, because although I don't have respect for Anton as a man, I do have respect, a modicum of it, for him as a business person. Right? I don't respect the fact that he is able to make money from what he's doing, but I respect the fact that he is able to provide he's monetized his situation. But all money ain't good money though. But at the end of the day, like I say, man, for better to be able to take care of his family off of what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? You can't knock that 100%, right? Yeah, I mean, and a guy like me, man, you know what I'm talking about, man. I'm a real one from the turf, y'all. Like a lot of y'all are. I've been a lot of places. I've been around, man. I've been in the joint, man. I've been around all types of guys, man. I've been around all types of attitudes, mindsets from everywhere, man. You know what I'm talking about? Outside of that, I lived a very eclectic life before all of that, traveling across America, doing my thing in these streets. Got people all across the country, man. And one thing that's common that I can tell y'all is that men do not do sex play of any kind amongst each other. That's some shit that'll get hands put on you, man. ASAP, immediately. Yeah, man. Monique is right about that. And it's difficult. That's what I'm saying. I'm raw and uncut, y'all. I be trying to really monitor myself, but I be having to do the same thing to myself while telling y'all to do the same thing. I be trying to lead by example, but you know what I'm saying? I be just so passionate about what I'm doing. It be slipping my mind sometimes. But yeah, we gotta do like Monique said, y'all. We gotta box clever. Like I often say, we gotta box cleverly with our language, which can be very difficult at times to do for me. Right? You know what I'm talking about? But when I did this video, man, I just was appalled. Like, man, the way, like I said, either way it go, it puts you in the light funny, Anton. Because if you had the conversation with Fleece before this show, like, hey, I want you to ask me this, that's very fun boy behavior type-ish right there. Or, because it could only have went one or two of these ways. Either y'all talked about it beforehand, or Fleece, being the creep, booty bandit boy that he is, right? That means he sensed something in you. He sensed you was sweet, and he could do that, which I believe is even worse. Because at least if you had the conversation beforehand, that's admitting to Fleece that you get down like that. So y'all had a prior conversation, so that is what it is. But if you claim to be this man, representing masculinity, and you let this guy come on there and sex play you like that, and you was snickering and joking and giggling, Boy, if you didn't pre-script that and you let that happen on live on camera, boy, that just show how much of a sweet nigga you is. And we cannot, listen here, y'all. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want to call me. I don't give a damn, man. We cannot have people like that representing masculinity, representing manhood, specifically Black American, foundational Black American, whatever have you, masculinity. We can't have guys like Anton representing that, man. We got to call that out and put his ass on the wall with his FUNBOY ass, just like FLEECE. FLEECE and Anton do not represent the overwhelmingly mass majority of us foundational Black American men, indigenous Black men, whatever you want to call yourself. These two dudes don't represent us. And it's the duty of us to call this out and say that and make that clear, just like we making it clear how we delineating from everybody else. We got to make sure, and we got to make sure we make it clear that we delineating from those amongst us who actually are FBAs who display this very, very non-manly behavior. Straight like that. So if I'm a clout chaser or whatever, hey, it is what it is. I don't give a damn. I'm the clout. And I don't give a damn about no subs, no numbers, no views, no likes, shares. I don't care about none of that, man. None of that means anything. None of that takes away from the validity of what's being said. Right? All that says about the person who's saying it is how much of a man he is or is not. Sad to say, most of you niggas speaking on anything on here, y'all ain't men. Most of y'all. Most of you dudes ain't men. Flat out. How can you say something like that? Because I watch y'all's content. I see y'all's comments and stuff on social media, social engineering, which lets me know, right? It's ways that men can interact and engage with social engineering, which y'all call social media. But as a man, it's the way we conduct ourselves as such, right? Even on social media. Yes, sir. My man, shout out to my brother King Els, man. Let me show y'all something, man. And this is, I'll just talk it up. So like I say, offline, I do stuff in real life offline. I'm not saying I'm the only one. I'm not saying nobody else does. I'm just saying for me, I really be offline doing stuff for real. My brother King Els just sent me this. This is the flyer for our event coming up February 7th. You know what I'm talking about? We got Don H wine in there. We got Arvino wine in there. We did a couple other vendors. You know what I'm talking about? This is the stuff that I'll be doing, me and my brother Els be doing offline. We really out here in the field for real, in the turf, doing stuff for real. A lot of you niggas is just online, right? But I ain't no hater, though. I don't realize that. I'm definitely about to start putting more money and more, more financial investment in my actual time into doing YouTube, though, for real. Because, you know what I'm saying, if I can increase what I already make, and I'm telling you, I make what I make off of just having fun with y'all, man. If I really just went hard on it, like how I know most of y'all dudes who, you know, got all of a sudden, you know, some of y'all done bought subs, you know what I'm talking about. Huh? The DC Black. Let me put this back on the screen for y'all, man. We about to get into it, man, because I don't want to stress this out too damn long, man. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time talking about this stuff, man. I just gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm just up here talking ish for real, y'all. You know I gotta sit up here and flex. You know what I'm saying? I gotta sit up here and brag. And I got the right to brag because I'm telling the truth. I'll give anybody a stack that can prove me wrong. It's the first nigga that called this dude Anton out. That ain't gotta mean nothing to anybody. It really don't mean anything to me, to be honest with you. I'm just a nigga from Columbus, Ohio who like to style like that. You did? 92 Dolo probably remember this show too. You know what I'm saying, Uncle Diggity, man? I'm just styling on you niggas. Yeah, I remember that interview, Daniel Valencia. Hold on, what you say, Monique? Why you cut your beard, man? I don't know. I just got tired of it. My beard doesn't grow in full to the thickness that I would like it to be. You know what I'm saying? So I just cut it off and just keep it to my regular 2-piece. You know what I'm talking about? Plus, it makes me a little bit more youthful looking. You dig? You remember when I did this show, 92 Dolo? 92 Dolo was your brother Virgil Berry, aka Stacks with the Facts, the very first content creator to speak on this topic right here. What was it, 3 years ago? The nigga in Jack session gonna be like, you only got 84 views. So what, man? So what does that mean? I bet you out of all the people who broke this down, I bet you ain't none of them break it down from the aspect that I did, though. Because see, I've actually been to prison before, and I know exactly how these Fleece niggas, Johnson niggas get down. And I can tell you from a perspective that anybody who's spoken on this ain't gonna be able to tell you, because see, they haven't been in that situation. See, I've been in prison with Fleece Johnson ass niggas. I know how these niggas operate, how they think. Right? And Fleece said in an interview he did with 607 Fleece said, I didn't take, he said, I accepted. No, Fleece. And I'm about to show this interview too. No, Fleece. If I show the goddamn, what was it, the Fox News, or it was the National Geographic, whatever it was from back in the day, man, you clearly said what you said, bruh. That's not nobody accepting. That's you pulling tight. But see, I want y'all to understand why it is accepting, or I wouldn't necessarily say it's forcing, or it's I wouldn't say it was he was forcing himself so much as he was coercing. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know what I mean? The difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? They're very similar, but they're not the same. It wasn't like Fleece was pulling tight on anybody and making them give it up whether they wanted to or not. Nah, pause. That wasn't how it was going down. I can guarantee you that, because I've been locked up with Fleece type niggas, man. This ain't the, you know what I'm saying? Now this is a difference though, y'all. Right? I will say that it is a difference. And let me tell you, the difference is, right? The difference is, you know what I'm saying, somebody is wittingly or not. You know what I'm talking about? Or the time period. You know what I'm saying? Like in the 60s, the 70s, going into the 80s and the mid 80s, into the early 90s, that was going on in the prison system in America, where it was a lot of imposed, forced, unwitting sexual violations going on in the prison system. And up to some degree, it was even accepted. It wasn't until 2015 where they came up with the PREA Act, the Prison Rape Elimination Act, that they made it a federal law to where any sexual interaction going on in a joint, whether between inmate and staff and inmate and inmate, you know, it'll be handled to the fullest extent of federal law, overseen by the CCA, the Corrections Association, or the CAA, the Corrections Association of America. I might do a show on this one of these days, y'all. It goes deep, man. But if y'all watch old school movies like Penitentiary, you feel me? If you watch an old school movie like Penitentiary, y'all ever seen a movie Penitentiary before? You know what I'm saying? With my homeboy Too Sweet off, my homie Too Sweet up in there, man. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all seen that movie Penitentiary before? Huh? With my brother Too Sweet in it. Y'all seen that movie? Y'all seen this movie right here, man? Yeah, y'all remember this movie, man? See, this is a point in time in history where this behavior, this sexual deviant, sexual predator, predatorial mindset was something that to some degree was accepted and allowed in the prison system across America. And I believe this movie, Blood In, Blood Out, American Me, and movies like that was a perfect display and depiction of this being a normal thing in the prison system, in the penitentiary system across America, was this certain allowance of this behavior accepted among so-called masculine, tough guy criminal men. And towards the 90s, the mid-late 90s, is when that started fading out. And then I want to say around 2015, like when I first got locked up, well, not 2015, I'm going to say like 2011, maybe 2010, 2011 is when they came out with the Prison Rape Elimination Act, which was an act of Congress to not only prevent impose sexual violation of inmates on inmates, but sexual relations between inmates and staff, and also staff amongst staff. Right? Right. And that's a fact, Dan Valissa. All right. Yeah, but that's the reason why I cut my beard off. But you like my beard? Monique, you like me with the beard? A lot of chicks said they liked the beard, but my beard didn't grow in full to where how I would like it to be. So, you know. But yeah, though, man, I just wanted to say that real quick, though, before we get into this, though, man. You know, it ain't got to matter to nobody else. It matters to me. It definitely matters to me to an extent. I mean, it really don't, but it do. Nigga, we got to give credit where it's due. You did?
Yeah.
We got to give credit
flat out.
Where it's
They're
due.
not men. Men would never sit up here and have a conversation like this. What man you know
place? All of them get.
If you're going to be interviewing, interacting, and engaging with guys like FLEECE. I was locked up with hella niggas like FLEECE. I know lots of FLEECEs. Right? No disrespect to Cleveland, but a lot of them, most of them come from out of Cleveland. I don't know what it is about you Cleveland dudes, but in the joint system in Ohio, man, the Cleveland dudes be the fun boyiest. It is what it is, man.
That's a fact.
You feel me? No disrespect.
And that's a fact, man. And like I said in this video, this is no disrespect to my Cleveland brothers, man. I rock with my Cleveland brothers. Shout out to my homeboy Gutter. Shout out to my homie Debo. Shout out to my nigga Gino. Shout out to all my homies in the land, 216. I'm talking about St. Clair, all the number streets from 99 all the way down to 70. I'm talking about all my homies in Cleveland, East Cleveland, all my Euclid homies, man. I rock with my brothers from Cleveland, but in the penitentiary system in Ohio, the Cleveland dudes are the freakiest dudes. The number 2 in line, I'm going to have to say is Cincinnati. The number 3 is Columbus. I got to say that. But when it comes to the fun boys in the prison system in the state of Ohio, I got to say the Cleveland niggas are known for being fun boys in the joint. I'm just, man, that's just what it is, man. I love Cleveland, man. I drive all the way to Cleveland to go to Schlossman's, man, to go get a goddamn Reuben or corned beef sandwich, man. You hear me? Go get a Polish boy, man. Pause. But I'm just, I'm from Ohio. I got to keep it 100, man. I did altogether like 8 years, 9 years in the joint. I think I know what I'm talking about. And I've been to like 5 different prisons. Right? Pause. Right? So that's what I'm saying. That's how real I keep it. This ain't about a glazing Ohio thing or none of that. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm an Ohio nigga through and through. I've been all over Ohio getting money since I've been about 12, 13. I've been everywhere it needs to be talked about in Ohio. Right? And I love being from Ohio. I love being an Ohio dude, man. I love being from Ohio. I love all my small cities, towns around, you know what I'm saying, and everything. And let me tell y'all something, Columbus, we ain't even the most popular city in Ohio. Cincinnati is. I would say Cincinnati definitely is the most cracking city in Ohio, but Cleveland is probably the most known city in Ohio, right? Oh yeah, the foreign pretty boys. See, everybody got some type of ties to Ohio, whether you got family out here or Ohio is the place foundation of funk music, man. You hear me? And I'm a true Ohio player. Yiddy. Tap in, walk with me, smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. So yeah, man. And I'm not proud of that. Y'all don't really even hear me talk about my time being in the joint like that. I mean, if y'all tap in with where y'all know I've been, I don't talk about that stuff. I don't make content based around that. And I could, but I don't want to talk not in that aspect, but I am about to start bringing y'all that type of content. But of course, we're going to be doing it from a grown man polished perspective. I'm going to have brothers who I was locked up with who have come home and they're doing beautiful things with their lives. And we're going to be talking about what we have done since we've been home from prison and reflect on the things in which we did while we were in prison to contribute to what we are now doing that we're out of prison and been out of prison, and how our young brothers who may be headed in that direction can possibly look at this content and go another way. Or for our brothers who are in there, when they come home, we can create a situation to when they come home, they can have an easy transition. That's how we gonna do it. We ain't gonna be talking about all catching the fade and remember I wrecked. Nah, we ain't, because ain't nothing cool about being in the joint. Nigga, if you went to the joint, nigga, you lost, you failed. What's wrong with y'all, man? It's not nothing to be aggrandized or championed or bragged about, man, like it's a badge of honor. No, it's not. It's horrible. That stuff still affects me to this day. I've been home 10 years, man, and I still get affected from having felonies on my record, man. So, nah, man, that's why I don't talk about that content, but when I do, what I just said, that's the context in which I'm going to speak on my prison experience, and we're going to have that coming this year as well. So, just tap in with your brother, man. You feel me? Tap in with your brother and your brother. Tap in with your brother and your brother. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Hit that super chat. We are monetized over here at A Real Talk, man. Sock it to my pocket like a Toledo rocket. You did. Told you I'm an Ohio ninja. Right? Yeah, and I rock with my brothers from Cleveland, man. But in the joint, boy, them Cleveland boys be the freakiest dudes in the joint, boy. I'm gonna tell you, any dude from Ohio that been in the streets and been in the joint will tell you that. And if a Cleveland dude keep it at 100, he'll tell you that. Nah, but let's go. Respect to the land. I got a lot of homies from Cleveland, man. But if you've been in the joint in Ohio, Cleveland niggas is the freakiest niggas in the joint. That's a fact. Niggas is Cleveland niggas is crazy. Anyway, Anton Daniels set up there and had the homie Fleece, the big homie Fleece, on his platform, man. You hear me? And wow, man, it was crazy, man. Just the way he was talking to the homie, I'm just like, this nigga Anton Daniels, he over here giggling and sniggering and stuff, man. I'm like, man, this nigga crazy. Oh my God, man. Put in the number 11 in the chat if y'all saw that video, that y'all saw that. Anton Daniels interviewing Fleece Johnson. And if y'all don't know who Fleece Johnson is, man, shout out to Aaron Magruder, man. He's stupid, man. Oh my God, man. My brother Mr. O was there. My brother Lance Parker was there. You hear me? Shout out to Aaron Magruder, man. Shout out to Lance Parker. Shout out to my brother Mr. O. Shout out to the homie, man. This was like 3 years ago, man.
Hold on, I just got out of the shower. There's some juice on the table.
Mm-hmm. Take your time. You want to explain to me what you're doing here? I came looking for booty.
You came looking for sex with an underage boy?
Oh, no, I ain't come looking for no little boys. I ain't got no milk, no cookies, nothing. I came looking for man's butt.
A man's butt? Excuse me?
Oh, I know who you are, Chris Hansen. But see, I calls you Chris Hansen. I watch your TV show all the time. So you can go ahead and bring them cameras and them police is waiting outside. It don't make me no difference. Now, I tell you what, I like you and I want you. Now, we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Well, I don't think you and I will be doing anything any kind of way.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
Okay, cut. This isn't working.
See, that's how he came at Anton. He says, see, Anton, he says, see, you got so low self-esteem. And the fact that so many of y'all dudes and y'all chicks that support Anton, that y'all like try to justify this, y'all try to minimize this, y'all try to make like this ain't what it is, it's terrible. And that's why I say it's up to real ones like myself, y'all. That's why we gotta call this out, because we can't ever make it cool or acceptable for men to sex play each other in any form or fashion on any platform. Because that is a reflection on all of us FBA men as a whole, and we can't have that. I ain't gonna have that. If maybe some of you fun boy ass and the dark niggas can have that, but not me. Right? And to somehow think that somebody could be considered a lame or corny or whatever, jealous or hating because we speaking on this, hey man, that's terrible, man. That let me know how much of a lot of goofy ass, gameless ass, corny ball ass dudes it is out there amongst y'all for real. That's why I call y'all non-content creating ass ninjas, man. I don't care about no subs or none of that, man. Most of you dudes with a lot of subs is corny and y'all stupid. Y'all can't get no bras and ain't getting no bras. Don't even know what the hell y'all talking about. Flat out. Straight like that. And see, and this is what I'm going to say about Fleece. Fleece said that Aaron Magruder never got in contact with him. He never talked. That's what he said on 607 on interview. He said that this was a wrong depiction of him. But I'm going to say, Fleece, when we play this next bar, I'm going to say, Fleece, man, miss us with that BS, bruh. We all seen an interview from Dateline or from National Geographic or whatever it was back in the day. Bruh, right? And we about to get to that, man. Let's go, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Share your social media there.
Someone get this guy out.
Oh, man, you ruined that bike, Chris. I'm a warrior.
He said, I'm a warrior.
That boy Aaron Magruder is ignorant, man. Right? Yeah, we all know NBC put him on back in the day, man. You feel me?
NBC.
You know what I'm talking about? Just in case y'all ain't familiar with who Fleece Johnson is, man. You know what I'm talking about?
That's why I say this Anton did this interview. Anton, Mr. O, what's happening? You remember when I did this show, Mr. O? Mr. O, keep it 100. Who was the first one to call Anton out on this lame ass, fun boy ass interview with Fleece? Who was the first one to do it? That nigga said, I'm a warrior. Huh? Mr. O, man. See, that's why my brother Mr. O gonna keep it 100. He was there. Right? My brother Mr. O was there, man. I was the first nigga to speak on this. Man, hold on, who's this dude Anton tripping, man? Like ain't none of y'all dudes gonna say nothing about this gay ass interview, man. Man. Fleece, man. And look at Fleece right now, man. That's why I say, y'all can say what y'all want to say about Fleece, man, but he ain't stupid. And I don't mind nobody capitalizing off of their perceived or actual trauma. If anybody's, what do I always tell y'all? If anybody's going to capitalize off of our perceived and or actual trauma, it might as well be us. right? Right, my brother Mr. O was there when I did this back in the day, but this was like 3 years ago, man. I start seeing niggas talking about some native. It'd be different if you just speak them, but when you start laying claims, man, then that's why we're going to sit up there and be like, oh, hold on, man. We're going to talk about who was the first. I think I'm willing to say that I was the first person to speak on this from this perspective. I'm gonna say I was the first. It ain't gotta mean anything. Right? But yeah, though, man. Let's go.
You feel me?
But when Lockup visited Kentucky State Penitentiary, we met Fleece Johnson, a longtime inmate who practices a very different kind of homosexuality.
But we have sexual desires, right? So you got a bunch of men locked up in one place. All of them get hard. All of them's horny. All of them got sexual desires. So what are they going to do? You won't let them have a woman. They gonna have each. Somebody's gonna have to give us some booty, and it's just that simple.
The most.
Hey man, listen here, y'all, man.
Hey yo, man. And let me tell y'all something about a guy who's actually been in prison. That's true what Fleece said. But see, actual men who are only attracted to women. We don't have that demonic spirit of homosexuality residing and abiding within us. We are governed by the spirit of masculinity and manhood. No, we can control our sexual desires and focus on what's important to make ourselves into a better version of ourselves, which I discovered one of the key things to do when you find yourself in prison, if you find yourself in prison, is to remove your mind from anything sexual, meaning try not to have as much thought spent on anything sexual as possible. Of course, you in a joint, of course, you might jack off here and again, but don't go so crazy. Control, prison is the perfect, because let me tell y'all something about being in a joint. It's all types of bras that work in a joint. And when you a fly, handsome, charismatic, a magnetic ass guy like myself and how some of y'all is, you know, depending on where you at and what you got going on, man, you can have your way. I know I was having mine, right? And I know lots of other brothers who was too. So don't get it twisted now. But at the same time, though, man, that's a perfect environment to get your sexual prowess, your sexual desires, your sexual energy, your control. It's a perfect environment to get all of that under control. Right? Because chicks be going in the joint. The chicks that work for Airmark in the child hall, the chicks that work for the private medical firms down there at the infirmary. Nigga. To the COs. Y'all wouldn't even believe it. Right? Of course, it's not a normal thing for everybody. No, that's not every guy who go to the joint experience, but depending on what type of guy you is, it can more than likely and very much likely be your experience. Trust and believe when I tell you. I know for a fact. Nigga, I'm not, and that's why I say I don't even talk about being in the joint, although I could. I don't even talk about that shit, man. I'll leave it in the past, right? But what I can tell y'all is that there's lots of Fleece Johnson ass dudes in the joint. And these are the guys who got locked up when Fleece got locked up in the late 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, and all of that. When all this booty bending stuff was something that was, I guess you could say, to some degree and extent accepted, man, and even allowed. I would dare say. Right? Let's go, man.
Now, back in the 70s, in the 80s, that very much was like the atmosphere in most prison systems in America. I talked to some old heads when I was in the joint, and they used to tell me like, yeah, listen, it is not like that in the joint no more, man. Nobody is getting, maybe in a level 4 in some areas, yeah. I would imagine that probably still goes down in California, maybe Kentucky, places like Louisiana, stuff like that, Texas, but not out here in Ohio though, right? And we got Lucasville, which is one of the most, we got Lucasville and we got Lead, one of the 2 most gruesomest prisons in America, right? And nobody's getting forcefully RAPD'd, you know what I'm talking about, in Ohio penal system any longer. I'm gonna just say that. You feel me? I'm gonna just let y'all know that right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? If anything going on in that joint, off in that who's gal sexually between men, you can best believe it's fully consented. Ain't nobody getting RAP'd up in there. You feel me? It ain't happening. I'm telling you, I know for a fact. You feel me? But back in like the 70s and the 80s, you know, them boys was on that mess in the 80s, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm locked up with some of them dudes with the 100 numbers, man. The 160 numbers, man. Niggas been locked up since 1984 and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, so man, you know, it can get crazy, but as of now, ain't nobody getting RAP'd in the joint now, man. I'm just saying, like, for the most part. I'm not saying it don't happen in some states. Maybe that still go down, but for the most part, especially out here in Ohio, nah, man, you can't. The willing, man. You dudes be going in, fun boys. You know, they get to manifest their fun boyish activities, or they get to manifest their fun boyish desires when they go to the joint.
See, that's a fact. That is a fact, and I want to speak on that in regards to Anton, especially. Right now, this is all allegedly because I don't know this to be a fact, but I'm going to say that I would be more than willing. I'll be more than willing to bet that it's true. A lot of guys have been sexually violated in some way in their past, maybe when they was a young mustache or something like that, and they never really got no help for that. They never really talked to anybody for that. They never really got no true healing for that trauma. So that trauma manifested and grew and evolved, and the demon just got more and more stronger, and it probably then developed in some type of very, very dysfunctional behavior in adulthood, maybe promiscuity, maybe even did some molestation himself, or promiscuity in ways, and you can be promiscuous more than just sexually too. You know, and I'm going to say this is the energy that FLEECE picked up on off of Anton, which is why he came at him the way he did. If they didn't have a conversation beforehand. Now, mind y'all what I'm saying here. I'm saying that it's either could have only happened 2 ways, the original interview of FLEECE and Anton. One, they had a conversation before to which Anton said, look, ask me this, which is some fun boy behavior right there. Or 2, it was off the top, and like, I'm going to go with that FLEECE sense that fun boy energy in you, Anton, and that's what led him to be okay with doing what he's doing, because he felt more like he could go. He felt like you would go. That's why he asked you what he asked you. I don't think that was scripted. I think that was off the cuff, and I think that FLEECE sensed that Anton was sweet. And I don't mean sweet like he's soft, like he's a hoe ass, bitch ass nigga. I have to use the language to that. I'm talking about he's sweet like he a fun boy. Like Anton is a low-key fun boy. In the closet still, fun boy, allegedly. Because FLEECE don't make no mistake, no gripes about being a fun boy. He's a fun boy. Right? Yeah, see, and that's crazy though, man, because it ain't like that out this way, deformed pretty boy. It ain't like that out this way, man. I hate to say it, and it's something I used to speak on when I was in the joint, but it's something that amongst us blacks out here in the prison system, it's accepted. I gotta say it is. I can't lie to you. I went to the joint, man, back in 2011, and when I got to Ross, I was in the level 3 at Ross. And let me tell y'all, sir, so many of my homies that I grew up with that I haven't seen in years. And you know, when you grow up in the streets, if no matter where you from in America, no matter what city you from, what turf you from, if you grow up in the streets like how I did and a lot of us did, and you end up going to the joint like how a lot of us, most of us want to end up going, you're gonna run into people who you grew up with and you got in the streets, and then y'all ain't see each other like, oh, this is where you been. This nigga been in the joint because he caught a case. It's been a lot of guys who I was in the joint with, who I ain't seen since we was young boys. And went to the joint, and these dudes messing with boys, man. I'm talking about these hitters, killers, willers and dealers. You hear me? It be so hurting to the soul when just a nigga who you know is like that, a thorough ass nigga who at one point you thought was a real ass nigga, thorough ass nigga, a nigga who you know get down for real, who will sit up there and bust heads wide open, and you get to the joint, and these niggas is messing with you, man. It's a sad situation, man. You know, Omar asked from the Wire niggas, man. You know, maybe I'll do a show on that, man. But yeah, though, man. Let's get back to it. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man.
Right. Let's go, man. Hey, MSNBC, man, y'all messed.
Yeah, FLEECE said that he didn't give Aaron Magruder. FLEECE said he didn't give Aaron Magruder permission to use his likeness like this. And I believe that FLEECE people might have sued Aaron Magruder, which is one of the main reasons why we ain't never seen another season of Aaron Magruder's Boondocks. And I think this is how FLEECE was able to get some money and all that stuff, man. Now, don't quote me on that. I don't know any of that to be true. I'm just surmising that. I'm assuming that. Yeah, Anton was sitting up there all giddy and shit, man. I mean, it is sad to form pretty boy, man. It be like that, man. You know what I'm talking about? But that stuff ain't going on nowadays in the joint, man. Hey, man, listen, man. Dudes be fun boys for real, man.
Y'all know it.
And it be messed up why dudes be fun boys. They be fun boys because they got trauma from when they was young boys, whether they was touched by a woman or touched by a man sexually in a way that violated them. They never got no proper healing for it. They never went and talked to nobody. They never even admitted to themselves. They done buried it under so many goddamn psychological firewalls, compartmentalized it, honeycombed it. You know what I'm talking about? But see, as any program goes in any computer system, over time they break down and those memories will start coming back. So it's best, or should I say, becomes your duty as an adult, as a man, especially if you were sexually violated in any way as a young mustache, you need to go get some help. You need to go get some therapy. You need to go talk to somebody. You need to let it out. You need to let it go. You need to talk about it, get that off of you. It wasn't your fault. And you need to get the healing from that, brother. That's why you ain't getting no bras. That's why you a lame when it comes to these bras, man. That's why y'all be so many fun boys under covers. Because y'all done sit up there and got tampered with when you was a little boy. Now you got sexual desires and wants and feelings that you never really signed up for, and you can't understand it. You don't understand that you're being presided over. You have residing and abiding within you the spirit of homosexuality, which is a demon. Right? Yeah, man. Yeah, don't go to jail, man. This is why I don't talk about it, because this is the only way that you're going to be able to talk about it, and people will listen. People don't want to hear the great, but I'm going to make y'all listen, though, because I'm going to show y'all some content about dudes who've been in the penitentiary and then came home, and they're doing beautiful things with their life right now, man. Beautiful. I'm talking about guys who, if you ever met these guys walking around in regular life, the last thing you would ever think about them is that they spent years in the prison system, hardcore prison system. Right? So, you know, keep that in mind, man. Tap in.
I think y'all knew what y'all was doing back in the day with this, man. You hear me? I think this was a part of some agenda. And now that we have all this stuff going on, you see, Fleece is home now. Right? And we're going to get to all of that, though. But, boy, Anton, boy, that was not a good look, man. I'm telling you right now, Anton, that was not a good look. No. Not in the way you did it, anyway. The way you conducted that interview, man, listen here. Anton, that was not a good look, bro. And the only reason why I'm doing this video, bro, because I know you don't know. You know, and this is why I be saying, man, a lot of y'all dudes, man, y'all, that was not a good look, Anton, man. I'm telling you, bro. That was not a good look, man. You feel me? It's not that he did the interview with Fleece. It's the way he conducted not only the interview, but himself in the interview. Right? Let's go, man.
A memorable story that Fleece told us was about the place and importance that booty has in a maximum security penitentiary. And he went on about it and on about it.
In his prison, booty was more important than food. Booty, a man's butt. It was more, I'm sorry, it was more booty, having some booty was more important than drinking water, man.
And that's crazy, right? Oh, I'm going to play it, Lance. I'm going to play it. My nigga, Mr. O, said, this is the nigga that kept me off the streets and made me into a model citizen. Let me tell y'all something about these Fleece Johnson ass.
Pay attention, y'all. Big game.
Right? Now, I was locked up with a lot of guys like Fleece, man. You hear me? Sad to say, not proud of it, but hey, man, it is what it is. You feel me? For the most part, these dudes, they ain't about no type of action for the most part. But you get some of them that are, right?
And that's a fact, right? You get some of them booty bandits. They didn't pull that stuff to see. They come from the era where they was probably pulling tight on some guys and, you know, imposing and forcing themselves on it. Some guys were getting their butt cheeks taken from them. That actually was happening. But Fleece, wasn't pulling down on just anybody doing that. Right? Maybe in the 70s, going into the 80s, yeah, but like the 90s and up, like, nah, man. Fleece wasn't, nah, dudes, I know you gotta think the type of guys that was, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, Fleece wasn't like that, man, in his older years, man. He was one of them dudes who was cool. He only messed with boys who he knew was on that. And he said, he proved that. This is why I said to y'all, Fleece, in the way he said it, it may have seemed like it was predatory in the way it is, but it's more of a psychological thing though. But as far as physically predatory, no, Fleece never, or should I say, he never said he physically imposed himself on nobody, but he alluded towards that though. But you got to mind you, that's why I say it's coerced more than force. Because if you pull and tight on somebody, listen, if you are a fun boy, pause. If you're a fun boy, you know when you're in the presence of another fun boy, right? You also know when you're in the presence of a nigga who's not a fun boy. You also know when you're in the presence of a dude who's not a fun boy and he ain't going. That's not the guy who you're going to pull tight on if you on some booty warrior type stuff. You're going to pull tight on the guy who you feel who will go, who may even to some degree be a fun boy himself. And I think that's why Fleece came at Anton the way he did in his interview, because he sensed that fun boy, fruity energy in him. Not because he was disrespecting him and he just wanted to be on some BS. Fleece told that man he was cute. That means he liked Anton. He liked the way Anton looked. Pause. So what does that say about Anton? Right? Let's go, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Hey, yo, man.
And, you know, you get these dudes who done already done, you know, saying said screw their manhood and participating in homosexual acts. These same guys will be the same guys who will sit up there and won't have no problem with stabbing you because they ain't going home no time soon, if at all. So
and Fleece may have been that type of guy. Fleece, that's probably why Fleece ended up getting so much time, right? That's why he called himself a booty warrior, because he was a dude. Because listen, this is why I say he's a booty warrior, because not only was Fleece a dude who participated in homosexual behavior with other males while incarcerated, but he wasn't soft. He was like that. He done probably stabbed a couple of dudes. He said he done used to be on it with the guards. He done been inside. How you think he turned the original 7-year sentence into 40-something years? That means Fleece was in the joint wilding, y'all. Do you understand? To get 30-something years tacked onto your sentence, you have to been in prison wilding, stabbing people, getting into fights with staff, doing the most craziest, outlandish things, catching new cases. Man, that means Fleece was wild in the joint. So I'm not going to say like Fleece was soft in the joint. I guarantee you, none of you dudes will say nothing crazy to Fleece's face. Maybe now because he an old nigga, but Fleece ain't soft now. But he ain't pulling that stuff on nobody who ain't already on. He ain't pulling title. Fleece wouldn't have been on nothing like that with no nigga like me. I'm going to just say that. And the only reason he could say the stuff about the so-called gangsters that he was on stuff with, because them dudes was fun boys. They got touched when they was little. You know how many tough-ass gangsters is really low-key fun boys and ashamed of that? They're ashamed that they have a sexual attraction towards men because they never really went and got no real healing and help from that thing that happened to them back when they was a young boy. Big E, what's happening, man? And yes, the violation does matter if it happened from a woman or a man. Don't get me wrong. Sexual violation from a woman is very devastating and is devastating, but it's a lot worse when it's from a male to another male. It's a lot worse. I was violated by a female, man. Guys who are violated by males, especially if he done went up in your paws, that's a different situation. You know, I don't know anything about that, but I have been violated sexually by an older female twice when I was a young boy. And I can sit here and tell you it had a negative effect on me for a minute, man. I'm gonna tell you, I'll be the problem. I'm a man. I'm with the therapy about this stuff, man. So y'all dudes that sit up there been tampered with by your uncles or your dad or your brothers or pastors or whoever, I can understand why so many angry dudes nowadays, man. I can understand why so many disgruntled dudes out here, man. Anton seems like a disgruntled dude, man. He seems like he a fun boy who feels some type of way about being a fun boy. And this interview proved it, right? Right. No, I mean, it's all good, Dan Patrick, man. I mean, I've been to therapy. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I don't have when I speak on females in the way that I do, when I do, it's from a place of love and it's from a place of experience because I'm a young, fly, handsome, charismatic, magnetic ass nigga who used to get to the paper when I was a young boy. I've been all across America. I know how bras is. I've interacted with bras from goddamn Flagstaff, Arizona, all the way to goddamn Nova Scotia, Canada, Jack. I done messed with enough of y'all bras. I know y'all, man. I know how y'all get down. So when I speak on chicks, I'm not speaking from a guy who's been molested and I ain't never been no help about it, although I have been sexually violated by chicks before when I was a young boy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can speak on the things because I have been hurt, not because I am hurt. Do y'all understand the difference? Because ever since I was a young boy, I've always had my way with chicks. It's never been an issue for me. I literally have my way. You know, chicks love me, especially the nice looking ones. So I don't know what a lot of y'all be talking about, or I can't relate because I've always had my way with chicks, and I'm not super balling or none of that. I'm just a fly ass, handsome, charismatic, magnetic, super intelligent ass bitch. Out of that north side of Columbus, Ohio, Jack. You did. And guess what? I ain't the only one like me. Right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Share on your social engineer, man.
They ain't got no problem with poking you up, pause, hawking you down. They ain't got no problem with that. You feel me? But I see what you're saying, though, and that's good because, you know, nobody says screw their manhood and pretend with poking you. Them, you know what I'm saying? I told you the spirit of homosexuality, the spirit of sexual violation, or what y'all call the R word, right, is a demon. And it's a generational demon. And it can latch on to your bloodline. You know what I'm talking about? So clearly it latched on to FLEECE's bloodline, which allows him to be able to detect the same thing in you. And if FLEECE approached you in a joint, it's because you have the spirit of homosexuality or the spirit of molestation residing and abiding all up in you. Expressing the essence to my brother, Simple to P. You got the spirit of homosexuality and the spirit of you know, molestation just residing and abiding all up in you.
Rest in the essence to my brother Simple to P, man. I got that from him, man.
And a person like FLEECE, who also has those two demons residing and abiding up in him, can sense that. Right? FLEECE would never approach a guy like me in the joint. Right? And that's just facts. Right? I don't know. He might approach some of y'all like that, though. Which is good that if y'all seen this and it prevented you from going to prison, that you did. Because I'm telling you, a lot of y'all dudes on YouTube, Anton, y'all be somebody's boy in a joint.
And that's a fact. That's why FLEECE said what he said to you, Anton, because that's a fact. If y'all had been in the joint, you would have been his boy. Right? Yeah. Straight like that, man. Let's go.
Or y'all would end up turning into a punk in the joint. I see the spirit of homosexuality in a lot of you so-called non-content creating ass dudes. Man. I see it. I can sense it in y'all, man. Right? And I can sense it in y'all because I've been exposed to it. I've been this 6.5, 7 years in the joint. I told y'all I've been around all types of homosexuals. I've been around every type of fun boy you can think of. I've been around them. And there's different types of fun boys, believe it or not.
Yes, there are different types of fun boys, man. Right? And maybe I might break that down, right? Maybe I might break that down for y'all ladies, man, because y'all ladies is out here getting food by a lot of these dudes who coming home from doing time in the joint, and they're now becoming content creators, man. Especially the ones talking about that gangbanging stuff, man. Listen, man. And I just did the show about you know, in LA, man, you know, about the fun boy culture in LA, man. I just did a show about that not too long ago. And that's a reflection of what's going on in the penitentiary. Now, I see the former pretty boy said niggas get rolled up. The fact that if somebody get rolled up don't mean the fun boy stuff ain't going on. We got fun boys in all prison systems. Now, to the extent to which the behavior is allowed or accepted on the yard, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. And I'm not denying that because I've never been locked up in Cali, so I ain't going to speak on it. Right? I only speak on what I know. You feel me? Let's go.
Yeah, Too Sweet wasn't going. You hear me, Lance Parker? That's crazy you said that because I was definitely I'm definitely going to play that clip. You hear me? Too Sweet wasn't going, man. You hear me? half dead. He was him and half dead. He said, man, we're gonna.
They wouldn't be safe from his advances either.
And another one, unrecognizable and identifiable.
You know, they got this thing where they save their pants past their butt. It's a style. They call it some sort of gangster style. You know, it's sexy to us, right? And see, but they weren't prepared for this, right? So you save your pants and her, man, somebody be up in your butt, you know? And it's just that simple.
Johnson even let the lockup crew know that when he was in his prime, they wouldn't be safe from his advances either.
See, so that's why I say, Fleece, man, you can't say that you wasn't, it was, the only way you could say if it was, you accepted it is if all of this you saying you just was putting on for the camera and you really wasn't that type of booty bandit for real, right? But if you was that type of booty bandit, that means you absolutely were forcing yourself on people. So you would be a predator, Fleece. So let's continue watching, and then you decide for yourself if Fleece is a predator or not.
Had been in her back then in them days, and as much as I like booty, I probably felt one of y'all butts.
Y'all hear what he said? So Fleece, we got to call you out, bro. Just one thing about the internet, Fleece, that I don't think you and a lot of older people don't do. When something's on the internet, it's on there forever. Fleece, you told the camera crew from NBC that came to interview in the prison back in the day that in your prime, in your heyday, had they come in here, you probably would have felt one of their butts. That is very deviant, predatory, creepy, sexual behavior. So all that stuff you said in that interview with 607 talking about some you want no predator, Aaron Magruder tried to make it seem like you was something you not. Nah, boy. He based that off of what he saw. Creep ass dude, man. I like you and I want you. You about to say,
hey, y'all was walking past me and dared you to say something.
And dared you to say something.
No shame in my game. This is nothing that I'm ashamed to admit. I am what I am. I'm a warrior too, you know, so let that be known. I'm a warrior.
The booty warrior. Hey, man. Said screw their manhood and participating in homosexuality. Yeah, Too Sweet wasn't going.
Hey, y'all was walking past me.
Yo.
Saw the charts in your right.
And another one, unrecognizable and identifiable and familiar in someone else. So this is why I said Fleece Johnson wasn't approaching no real ones like that, man. I guarantee you he wasn't just pulling up on any dude he thought was attractive and telling them no shit like that. He wasn't pulling up on no real ones like that. Even in the 70s, he wasn't doing that shit.
Nah, he wasn't.
Maybe in the 70s and 80s he was, right? But towards the 90s, 2000s, when them young wild boys was coming up in there, yeah, man, they wasn't doing that stuff. Trust me, I was there. They wasn't doing that. That stuff died down ASAP. I don't know about nowhere else, but I know about out here in Ohio. Nobody's getting hard in the joint.
That's a fact.
If you hear about somebody messing with a boy in a joint, punks in a joint, they were willing, ready, rooting, and able. You hear me?
That's a fact.
I know dudes in there who got whole boyfriends and whole relationships in there. That's a goddamn shame. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know what I'm saying? Notice what Fleece said, though, right? Tap in.
Hey, you what? I like you, and I want you. And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. Saw the charts in your right. And it was always yes.
See, and I wanted to show the fact that he said it was always yes lets y'all know that the people who he was saying that to was people who more than likely probably was already on some FUNBOY-ish, because like I said, when somebody has that demonic spirit of homosexuality residing in a body within them, they can sense the same in others. So it gives you a sense of how many young boys have been sexually violated and carry that demon with them up into adulthood. He said, I am what I am, man. That's not what you are. That's not what God designed you to be, man. Let's go, man, because I got to end the show, and so I got to pick my daughter up here in this shortly. All right? Paper, brother. You know, I ain't never knocking that. Get to your paper, how you get to it, man. Get it. You know what I'm talking about? Get some overtime in if you can. You did. My brother Jay Jermaine in the building, man. Let's go, man. Let's do Anton, man.
Man, you fucking me up, man. I mean,
you gotta play that back, man.
Out here in the streets, I mean, common sense to tell you.
He said, man, what color is your eyes? Shooting his shot. Shit. Slap that old ass nigga in his fucking face. Hold on, y'all. Anybody who does an interview with shades on, they suspect off top, y'all. And you shouldn't trust anything they say. All right? I'm telling you that. That means they're hiding their eyes, which means they don't want you to look in their eyes. Right? They don't want you to see that they're high. They don't want you to see that they're lying. Guy from FLEECE who looked like one of us. It's to the time where, you know, you gotta start calling niggas out, man. You know, like I said, I don't really listen to Anton's content at all, personally. You know what I'm saying? I think that for what I've seen, he seemed like a very intelligent guy, you know what I'm saying? A good businessman. It seemed like that what he should be talking about and nothing else. Right? But see, when y'all get to talking about stuff y'all don't know about or that y'all really, you know what I'm saying, not qualified to be speaking on, you do stuff like this and it makes it a mockery when there actually could be an educational, you know, positive outcome that people could have from this interview. But instead, we're getting talk of booty warriorism. Pause. And this is the type of guy that is in a position to influence, especially the minds of young men, young black men at that. So I want y'all to take a look at that, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I ain't got nothing against the homie, man, but you know, man, being a real one, man, I gotta be like, man, this ain't cool, man. This wasn't a good look, man. This interview could have actually been helpful in some ways to somebody, man. But this too, man. These so-called content creators, I call them non-good look for you, bro. You hear me?
You got people out here, they out here working. Just like you and your wife now. Y'all out here working. Y'all ain't bothering nobody. You might need your business, but somebody will still steal from you, rob you, right. All this. It's the same in penitentiary.
So all of these guys are saying that they go in there and mind their business, they like
bro.
A brown.
Damn. That's my favorite color.
He told this nigga Anton that his eyes is his favorite color.
As long as you mind your business,
that's crap.
And as long as you don't get involved in different stuff,
that's crap.
You ain't never ever gotta.
That's crap. That's crap. That's crap. Just like out here in the streets. I mean, common sense to tell you, you got people out here. They out here working, just like you and your wife and them. Y'all out here working. Y'all ain't bothering nobody. You minding your business, but somebody will still steal from you, rob you, all this.
Now, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier. This is why I say Fleece is perfect. I mean, this is what I'm saying. He might be on putting 100 on 10 because Fleece know. Well, like back in the day, yeah, but nowadays, no, man. Like if you go to the joint nowadays, you go. And this is all depending on where you go. I can only speak for Ohio, man, but I'm pretty sure it's like this in most states, with the exception of like California, because they got them weak ass politics they got out there, right? And let me just say before I go on to what I'm saying, right? Mexicans have absolutely no pull whatsoever out this way in the prison system. And my man read right when he says because they ain't got another numbers out here to do that. Because if it was like how it is in Cali out here, it probably would be different. But it's not. So what I'm saying is, you know, it ain't happening out here. Hosting with this guy, man, with his platform and this nigga just told this nigga, he said, what color is y'all? He said, oh, shit. Who's gaining anything from this? To stop. Challenge y'all. Stay human. Hey, man.
All right.
Hey, man. That time, man, you ain't shit for this. It's terrible, bro.
Check that out first, right? If I think you're cool, brother, I'm not gonna bring shit to you, right? I ain't bringing nothing to you. Try to help you. I mean, I done saved a lot of people in that prison. I believe it. People tell my wife all the time, you saved my life and all that. She said, did you save, you actually saved that guy? I said, yeah. She said, you are so good. But she don't realize I saved his life because I was fucking him.
Hey, yo. This is the guy that Anton interviewed, man.
I had you checked out first, right? If I think you're cool, brother, I'm not gonna bring shit to you, right? I ain't bringing nothing to you. You try to help me. I mean, I done saved a lot of people in that prison. I believe it. Man. Boy, they got some answers in there, though. I've seen some ass in there that will make your feet turn up. 12 years old, bro. Well, here's the thing about
it. Anton, you just sucker, man.
Hey, man, did y'all hear what this nigga Fleece just said, man? It's this nigga.
Great. Now, you got people in the toughest that I done seen, man. You got, I done talked to everybody, you know. I done talked to all the serial killers, the murderers, the gangsters, the gang, especially them gangs. They got, I done told you, they keep each other strong if they click up, right? And you can't get to them because they clicked up in the gang. Yeah. You get them by themselves, man. Boy, they got some answers in there, though. I've seen some answers in there that will make your feet turn up. 12 years old, bro. Well, here's the thing about
it. What's the point of this image?
I ain't never think a man's ass could even make you feel that way, brother.
Hey, yo.
Definitely wasn't, man, J. Jermaine.
It's man. You love it? Man, yeah. Man, dude, if you ain't hear nothing in the world, and let's say you and your wife broke up or something, y'all get back together. They ain't hear nothing. You ain't mess with nobody else or nothing like that. Y'all been away from each other about 2-3 years, and you healed out. And when you release yourself, you're gonna be like. So with me,
see, my homie OG even said it. Anton got Detroit looking bad. First, he was trying to save an older chick. Then a week later, He interviewing the booty warrior.
I ain't never heard nothing, period. I'm talking about Bill. And they ain't like they talking to somebody. This is your cell. They know you in looking.
And he was talking about how he canceled the
homo agenda. You know what I mean? And it is.
Man, hold up. I'm trying to figure out goddamn wow.
Over there, get your audio right. Cook the punk, cook the food.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Y'all can go see the FLEECE interview. Y'all see how Anton, man, this is what I'm saying, dog. This is why the people who support Anton, that is a bad look on us as a whole. Because this behavior could never be accepted amongst us men, man. This dude let FLEECE tell him he was cute. He had a nice body, pause. He had a nice booty, pause. He was cute, pause. He told Anton, you let this dude tell you that if y'all was in jail, he would talk to you. What he meant by that is if y'all was in a joint, he would smash you, bro. That's what he meant by that. And I'm not naive. I don't think or even contemplate the thought that Anton doesn't know that. So like I said, it's either one or two things. Either Anton had a conversation with FLEECE, like ask me this, ask me this, ask me this, which proves that he's a fun boy, because only a fun boy would even be okay with such a thing. Or it was fresh off the cuff and FLEECE sensed the fun boy in him and he just shot his shot and Anton was okay with it. That conversation would have never went that way with me, y'all. I guarantee y'all of that. We would have never got into that type of talk. It just wouldn't have happened. Right? And if I bring any of my brothers who I was locked up with, that ain't what we're going to be talking about. If we do, we're going to be speaking on it in the way in which I'm speaking on it right now. And it's not going to be a long, drawn-out thing. It might be a topic for discussion on an episode. It's not something we're going to drag on and talk about repetitively, because that's not what men talk about. Just like Monique said, man, Monique been around somewhere. We don't be talking about no fun boy shit. You know, we might have a conversation of how this LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda is, you know, imposing itself upon our society, our children specifically, our young boys. Yeah, but we ain't up here every day just having conversations about it or just mad about it. No, I mean, it is what it is. We're going to speak on it when it's time to, and this is a time to. This ain't about nobody being jealous of Anton. Nobody jealous about that lame-ass, son-ass dude, man. Oh, undercover fun boy, really want to be a playboy-ass ninja? Ain't nobody, man, come on, man. Y'all son, if y'all think somebody jealous of this dude, man, he gonna slap Anton upside his peanut-ass head, man. There's lots of y'all niggas that's out there just like Anton. And these are also the type of guys we got to delineate from. That's the topic. That's the importance of this conversation. Nobody's hating. Nobody's jealous. Y'all got to stop with them girly ass mindset, defensive talking points. You just ain't nobody jealous of this cornball, undercover fun boy, eggplant in a booty ass dude, man. What type of real dude of any type of respect, calling himself a man, would allow another guy to tell him he's cute, you got a nice body, you got a nice booty? Which one of y'all women are going to be okay with a dude who you allowing to preside over your life, protect you, guide you, lead you? You going to be okay with him letting somebody play with him like that, even in a jokingly manner? And there's a lot of y'all chicks out there that's saying that guys like myself, we hating on Anton by saying this. A lot of you fun boy ass, mama raised ass dudes is too. Right? Nah, I'm not no liberal ass all-inclusive ass dude. Nah, it ain't never been acceptable where I'm from. It ain't never been cool where I'm from. In places I've been, it ain't either. All them dudes that's in a joint FUNBOY behavior, they are shunned. I mean, don't nobody just go to disrespect all, because a lot of them dudes is straight stone killers and will off your ass. But, you know, we ain't interacting with them, but we ain't disrespecting them. And real ones is definitely not out here in real life convening, interacting, hanging out with, having fun with, being cool for homeboys, friends with FUNBOY ass dudes. I don't know no one man who's a man standing on manhood and masculinity in the free world hanging around FUNBOYs. Why? It ain't never been accepted, and it's never going to be accepted amongst us men. FUNBOYs stay over there. Real men talk about real men stuff over here. When you become a FUNBOY, you've given up your manhood. You no longer have a right, a say-so in anything concerning manhood and masculinity, which also means when it comes to things of manhood and masculinity, what you think don't matter. Shut up. It's kind of like a broad. You kind of make yourself a defunct non-broad. You niggas is non-broads. You know, when you become a FUNBOY, you lost your manhood. You gave it up. You no longer have a say-so in things concerning manhood. You can't speak on it. You want to know why? Because men can only speak on manhood, and men don't engage in sexual behavior of any kind with other males at all, ever. Under any circumstance, we would rather die first. So with that being said, y'all take it easy, man. I got to get up out of here, man. I got to go get my daughter. Anton is a FUNBOY. Nobody should take him serious. The fact that y'all still support him is a reflection of a huge selection. I mean, a huge part of our culture and our collective psyche that we have to also delineate from. Because FUNBOY behavior, LGBTQ, LMNOP, barbecue committee, agenda, ideology, that stuff ain't nothing for us. That stuff is of the devil himself. It's from the devil out of hell. LSD himself is the first transgender, the first FUNBOY, the first fun girl. Yes, that ain't for us. And we need to delineate from those amongst us who would rather be a FUNBOY or a fun girl than be black. How about that? Because one thing for sure and two things for certain, Yeshua HaMashiach did not design us to be FUNBOYs and fun girls, if you believe in the Most High. So why would we accept it? Yeshua don't accept it. Why would we? Why should we? Right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, y'all. Share on your social engineering. My brother and my brother, man, get in your son's lives, get in your daughter's lives. Try to be the best example of manhood you can be to them, so your daughter know how to identify a man, and so your son know how to become one. Right? Now, we know that the societal influence is strong and heavy, but, you know, we got to try to be there, man. And when it comes to this FUNBOY behavior, it cannot be accepted. And when it comes to guys like Anton, he cannot be taken serious in any way. He shouldn't be. The fact that he is, it's an indictment on us collectively, y'all. That means there's a portion of us who go along with stuff like that, which means there's a portion of us who are suffering from this demonic spirit more so than I even would like to admit it is being, because Anton has a large following. People actually support him. Nobody called him out when he first did this interview. I would dare say that I was the first one to say something about it. And this cannot be said. We can't hear no dude talking about manhood, masculinity. I got a wife and I'm a married man, and you a FUNBOY on the low, letting dudes sex play you. You should never be taken serious on any level. If he ain't talking about business, what he do to make him rich and sharing that game with us and putting us up on game, that's the only time we should listen to Anton. Outside of that, Anton, you need to shut up and go get some therapy about your undercover, latent, homosexual fun boy desires that you fucking sit over there allowing to reside and abide within you. You need to go address that. Because acting like you a playboy and you're not, you a cornball, you lame, all of that, chicks ain't digging you. Corey was right when Mika ain't digging you, man. Ain't no fight. Y'all chicks know y'all ain't messing with no dude like Anton. Anton was that nigga who y'all friend zoned in middle school, high school. He was y'all's actual friend. He was the dude who y'all's dad didn't mind y'all hanging out with, because your dad even knew the little nigga wasn't trying to get no pussy from you. Even your daddy knew the little nigga wasn't trying to get no buns from you. Your daddy knew he was a fun boy. Y'all all got a homeboy or two or a few like Anton, corny ass, lame ass niggas from the burbs, man. Undercover, low key, homeboy, fun boy, but kind of like girls a little bit too. Confused ass boy. Don't know if he wanted to be a scholar or a gangster. Not realizing that it take a man to be both. He think it's the difference between the two. See what I'm saying? Did y'all peep the game I just dropped? I'm about to get up out of here, y'all, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. I got to pick up my daughter. Hey, listen, man, y'all be easy, man. I might be back in a few hours with another show. We're going to talk about something else. You did. Hey, man, keep it 100, y'all, at all times, man. Don't fall victim to this fun boy shit, man. No, Anton Daniels does not speak for us. Fleece Johnson does not speak for us, man. Right? I speak for us. Brothers like my brother Red Supreme, we speak for us. My brother Mr. O speak for us. My brother Big E speak for us. My brother Scoop speak for us. Jack speaks for us, man. And a lot more that I'm not thinking of right now, man. I'm talking about people that I listen to heavy. Kevin spoke for us. Simple spoke for us. Free speak for us, man. Real ones speak for us, man. You hear me? Y'all sit up there and smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineer, man, and tap in with your brother and your brother, man. One thing for sure, two things for certain, man. I'm always going to sit up here and hit y'all with the fly, you know what I'm talking about, with the fly content broken down from a real one's perspective. You hear me, man?
That's not necessary.
We'll see y'all later on, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have some more content later on. Tap in, man. Hit that super chat on the way out. You did? I get like a Toledo.
And a hat.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add cream. North give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. Your girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I'm tired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me, and I got it photocopied. Caught up on film flow, tracks are sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I see the heat like 10 mini blocks, and I charge for a hook, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep
things.
my grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Yeah. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, should be gone in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas get too used to hope. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Get it. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps.
Let's go.
Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child that can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in his cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop, any wicked, you this was just fuck. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings.